Every death in this conflict is a tragedy, so I hope the Minister will disassociate herself from comments on her own side, which either ignore the deaths of Palestinians or, in relation to Palestinian civilians, including many children who have been murdered this year, choose to call them confrontation with the IDS. That is beyond the pale. But the Minister said about the roadmap, which was signed this week. She said it was out of date, which was candid, but it contains no territorial clause, so it opens the way for illegal settlements to be treated as part of Green Line Israel. And far from raising concerns about the abuse of Palestinian human rights and breaches of international law, it attacks UN bodies for raising those very concerns. So does the Minister accept that this business-as-usual approach legitimises the actions of the extremists in the far-right Israeli government, both the incitement of violence against Palestinian civilians and the de jure annexation of the West Bank by its transfer to civilian administration?
Madam Speaker, I'm afraid I don't recognise the honourable gentleman's characterisation of colleagues in different parts of the House. I think we all stand firmly together on the policy that, as the Labour Front Bench has highlighted, which is that we all want to see a two-state solution. We want to see Israelis and Palestinians able to live together, side by side, and allow their economies and their young people to thrive in a peaceful environment. We continue to work at many levels to support that process, as I have set out. The roadmap is, as I've described, setting out a series of areas of work programmes where we work together to support around economic security ties. We continue to make, and I think we're doing it this morning very clearly, our position known on what we consider to be violence which needs to be de-escalated. We continue, as do our international partners, to make those views very clearly known, and we support absolutely the peace talks, the continuing meetings where we are starting to encourage progress there. So this is a continuingly difficult situation, and the UK is very clear on what we think the right outcome is, and the roadmap is there to help work day to day with citizens, as the trade agreement is with the OPTs, to support their economic development.